Is this filming today? Is this filming right now? Or are we
Yes, that's what Ethan Hawke. What happened with Ethan Hawke?
What happened? Wait, what happened to pre-production?
Welcome back to the League of Cinephiles. I'm Co-Commissioner Jack, joined today by Co-Commissioner Luke, and we are here to bring you the first Fancast match of the third season, where our competitors recast famous movie roles with new, modern actors. Luke, how are you feeling for today's match? These have been classics in the past.
I can't wait, and judging by the roster we have today, we are on the verge of another potential classic, I think.
Yeah, really. I mean, we have many answers in the past that really threw us off the loop and give us a good laugh, but I think that's really the best part of these matches. Anything's possible. Any actor can be used as long as you make good enough of an argument, and many hilarious moments have come from these matches. And yeah, like you said, these four that we have here today, they've got really good chemistry both on and offline. So yeah, I'm just ready to get them out here and get to playing. So let's go ahead and bring out our first competitor. Entering the arena, representing the Wolf Pack, Alex Kahuna Burger Helmer. You've hosted the last three, and now you're here to play. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, Jack. I actually haven't played a debate match in like over a year, which is crazy.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I haven't played in so long.
Hailing all the way from Paris, representing the kitchen, you have Chef Nikita himself. How are you today?
Who are you planning to humiliate here? We got this ready to maul some meat and eat that up, okay? Ready for some fun, and we're ready to protect the kitchen at all costs.
Representing the commission, he is the leader of the faction for the first time, and his first competition of the year, Don Dave. How are you, my friend?
Doing well. First match in a long time. Happy to be here. Helmer nailed it. A lot of debating has gone off the screen. Today I get to embarrass him, even though he is already embarrassing himself with his poor man's Miami Vice t-shirt.
He was hopping around what seemed like every team in the league, trying to get a spot until he finally was drafted. Representing the Hungry Bogarts, we have none other than Guino.
What's up? Oh my God, Alex, I love your Stevie Wonder cosplay. It looks terrific.
Thank you. That's what I was going for.
Oh my God, let's play. It's going to be a tough
let's
match,
do
but I'm
this.
ready.
Alrighty, well, now that we have all four competitors in the ring, let's go ahead and get to the rules. There'll be 3 rounds, and you'll have one character per round in which competitors must find an actor to portray. Competitors will argue on behalf of their casting and debate against the other competitors. The judges will grade the competitors on a scale of 1 to 5 with 2 scores for each player per round based on their answers and arguments. And the competitor with the most points at the end of the 3 rounds will win the match, and answers cannot be duplicated in the match. So if one sends one in, we'll have to ask for another one. All right, well, we can go ahead and get started with our first fan cast prompt. You guys must cast Hercules.
Oh my God.
Our first answer came in from Nikita. Mr. Ansel Elgort himself of West Side Story and Baby Driver fame. Guy Knoll came in with Chris Evans.
Oh my
Alex
God.
Helmer. Fresh off the cinema visit. Ethan Hawke. Dave
What?
also fresh
What?
off the cinema visit. Austin Butler.
I knew he was going to choose Austin. That was my.
I mean, we all know who Ansel Elgort is. He's a tall, 190-centimeter, young-looking guy who has a good, solid build to be a Greek character, and he's charismatic. And as you all saw in the West Side Story, because I don't watch musicals, but you all said he was great at singing there. And he has charisma, he has optimism and positivity, and he would be a good fit to play in a Disney movie, a Greek god or a son of Zeus.
Let me just say, I heard some skepticism from one of these members about my pick. And to them I say they chose Ethan Hawke. So I just would I don't know what was going through that guy's head, but whatever. So let me explain something to you. All right. This pick is perfect. All right. think about it. You know that scene I'm talking about in Civil War when he's pulling the helicopter off the on the helicopter. That is Hercules for you.
That's it.
God damn it!
Man, you've spent 20 seconds dissing Alex.
All right, Helmer.
I'm gonna spend my opening argument talking about my actor guy. Okay, Ethan Hawke. I saw all of that skepticism from everyone here. If you've seen The Black Phone, if you've seen Boyhood, I recently also saw Daybreakers as well. The range that Ethan Hawke has is one of the most versatile. Hey, shut the. Oh my god. The range that he has in all of his roles is unlike anyone in Hollywood. He can easily put some meat on his bones, especially if we're going for a comedic kind of take on the character. I feel like Ethan Hawke has those comedic chops, and I feel like in the Before series, he also has this sarcastic sense about him that I feel could be really entertaining with Hercules.
Great. So we just saw Austin Butler transform into Elvis Presley, and what we're picking here are actors to transform. Just because Austin Butler's skinny right now, we have seen many actors transform physically into a role. So if he is cast as Hercules, he could easily transform himself. Plus, he's already going to have an older generation come in because the fans of Elvis are going to want to see him in his next role, which would be Hercules. So box office wise, Disney already has the heads up. Wow, we get to Ansel Elgort, who has a 2014. Are we doing
Trash talk is
rebuttals?
not now. Okay, save it.
Yeah. All right, so
My bad.
we'll go
I set a
ahead
bad
and
precedent.
all right. So that concludes opening arguments. We'll go ahead and move on into rebuttals.
Great. Can I continue?
Okay.
Great.
Sure.
Go ahead. Give it.
Great. So we already have Ansel Elgort, who has allegations of assaulting women in 2014. They're not
I
going
did not know
Disney.
that.
You're going to be in a Disney movie. Disney is not going to cast someone that they can't put out on the posters to promote. That's one. Number two, all I have to say about Ethan Hawke, yes, he has range, but he doesn't have range to get younger. So that doesn't work.
Yes.
And Chris Evans, I mean, I love you, guy, and I love Chris Evans, but I don't think there was a lot of effort put into that because you literally picked the guy that physically already looks like Hercules. I wanted you to at least try to do something different. I went with a skinny guy. Helmer went with our grandfather, and Nikita went with a rapist. So I wanted you to try something different.
Okay. I'm gonna step in now. First of all, Guy, talking about everybody here is skinny. You picked Chris Evans. Also, Chris Evans is looking for meaty roles, more meaty roles nowadays. He was the villain in Knives Out. He's going to be the villain in The Gray Man. He's looking to be in more roles than just the Boy Scout that he was in Captain America movies in the MCU.
It's about what works.
Ansel Elgort, like Dave said, really doesn't work with the off the field stuff. And he's also really, really skinny. I don't think he's that great of an actor. He was the weakest part of West Side Story. My defense of Ethan Hawke, he's only 51, which isn't too old nowadays, especially when you see guys like Tom Cruise. We just saw Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick. We're seeing Keanu Reeves in all these movies. Both men are over 50 years old.
But they don't age.
Easily transform.
But
Ethan Hawke doesn't age. Ethan Hawke looks like he's 40.
They don't age.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead, guy. Go ahead.
Chef,
Let's move.
hold on, Chef.
Right.
Hold on, Chef.
Go ahead.
Okay. One, your pick is your pick of Hercules, like they said, doesn't work. Okay, it's like casting Woody Allen as Hades. All right, it's not gonna work. Is it just me or is it getting hot in here? It's not gonna work. And then on top of that, Ethan Hawke. Okay, I'm sorry, don't bring it up. Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves, they don't age. Do you know who does age? Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke literally is playing a guy with back problems who puts glass on his feet during Moon Knight. No one wants to see that guy as Hercules.
So first of all, all you guys have to say about Ansel Elgort is that assault, which is literally the only argument you guys have.
It's the only one we need. It's the only one we need.
Guys, we're doing a fantasy casting. This
Who's
guy picked the
directing? Roman
grandfather to
Polanski?
play
I mean,
a
come
good
on.
god. Please let me speak. He picked the grandfather. Why not have Matthew McConaughey? This is a nice thing.
That would be cool.
Okay, why not pick Matthew McConaughey at the same time? Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves are action megastars. Ethan Hawke is not an action star. So, yes, he's versatile. I'm not denying it. I love them. He has a nice ability to be in that movie, The Black Phone. Then Austin Butler looks like a skinny emo. I mean, look at this guy. I just opened this photo, and he does not inspire any optimism or positivity of a Greek god. You have to be charismatic.
But
putting
my
that guys, putting that allegation aside, Ansel Elgort looks positive. And when you talk about the acting, if you see his recent show Tokyo Vice, where he learned fluent Japanese for the role to be in that show, that shows his dedication as an actor. So you think he cannot put some muscle on? He has a huge build, and he actually looks like a Greek person. And finally, for Chris Evans, I mean, the guy is, yes, he is an action star, muscles, all that shit, but he looks American. He doesn't look even remotely Greek. And not to mention the saturation. He's a great casting choice, but it's just he's in every single place, and people will think, oh, it's another superhero Marvel character. You know, it's like casting Chris Hemsworth, who would have been a better fit.
But he was
appearance-wise.
he was I'm sorry, he was also in Knives Out, and like that was like, I mean, he's done different stuff other than Marvel.
No, that's
That
what I'm
has
saying.
been a
That's what
big
we're
box-
saying. He
done.
wants
that
to
has
do
been
more
a big-
different stuff. He's
Well,
going to
he's
do
done
more different
defending
stuff.
Jacob,
Yeah.
gonna
which
do
was
more
great.
different stuff,
but
but
yeah.
still, that doesn't stop it from like being a fan cast that could work. That doesn't
Okay.
mean
To-
like what I'm saying. He's a box office draw. Also, no offense, but the animated Hercules looked like a ginger. So like I'm sorry. It's I don't think Disney really cares whether he looks, that part or not.
And to counter Nikita, you mentioned Austin Butler, and you don't know what you mentioned about his charisma. You haven't seen Elvis, so you can't even judge about
That's
his
why I
charisma
haven't
because
said
you
much
haven't
about
even
that.
seen Elvis,
That's a role. That's a role of Elvis. I mean, I don't doubt the actor, but
which is one
appearance-wise,
of the most charismatic human beings that
ever
ever
of all
existed.
time.
guys,
And
if
Elvis is,
looked
and
like
even
this,
the people that shit on Elvis are not shitting on Austin Butler's performance.
using
All right.
your argument, Dave, we can say that Rami Malek was excellent as Freddie Mercury, so he can be Hercules as well. You know, he can just go to the gym and
Let's
bulk
not go
up.
that far.
Well, I
Let's
didn't
not go-
say-
all right,
well, I
come on,
never
come on,
said-
come on.
Matter.
Let's
See,
not
Appearances
go that.
the difference between these arguments is I never said Rami Malek was great in Bohemian Rhapsody.
I didn't
am
either.
saying
He
that
won an
Austin
Oscar.
Butler is great.
Didn't
He
you
was
win
All
an
right.
too
Oscar? So
tiny.
clearly, he was good.
All right.
He was too tiny.
Helmer, we thought your argument was really good. Your pick was good. Not one that I'd personally like, but I thought that you delivered really strong rebuttals and you did it pretty concisely. I'd say you didn't drab on for too long.
Oh god.
Nikita, interesting pick, that's for sure, but really delivered home on the rebuttals as typical. Guy, kind of the opposite. Good pick. Kind of went a little long on arguments.
I heard the timer.
And then, well, rebuttals. And then Dave, great pick and super concise and to the point with all your rebuttals for the different points. So the current point totals with the combined scores are Dave in the lead with 8.7.
Oh my god.
Nikita was
Very long.
7.6.
Oh,
Alex is 7.4, and Guy was 6.9.
fuck.
At least I'm beating Guy.
Yeah. All right, Stevie.
All right.
So we're gonna go on and move to our second cast prompt. You shall be
Nervous.
recasting
DMs are open.
Sarah Connor.
Oh my.
Oh, fuck.
I think that's a good pick, guy. I think that's a good
You think
pick.
that's a good pick? All
Well,
right.
I've only seen the Terminator movies
Is
once.
it
but
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah. Yeah. Funny.
Alex went for Zoe Kravitz.
Okay,
Nikita went for Zazie Beetz.
cool.
Fuck, that's also good.
Dave went for Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh god.
Guy Knoll went for Scarlett Johansson. Indeed.
Well, you-
Wow, I mean, surprise.
Zoe Kravitz, this is a pretty obvious pick, seeing the amount of roles she's done as of recently. Also, same with my last pick, Ethan Hawke. I'm going for versatile actors. That's what we're seeing from a lot of action stars nowadays. Individuals who can't just, pull off the action, but also the dramatic stuff as well, which is a lot of what the character Sarah Connor requires as a mother, but also as someone who's, been through a lot of trauma in her life. Zoe Kravitz has portrayed that in The Batman, where she's gone through a lot of trauma when you're talking about the loss of her friend, her mom, as well as in Kimmy as well as even some of the smaller stuff in the Fantastic Beasts movie.
Okay, so we all know Zazie Beetz. I mean, she's probably the most famous for her role in Deadpool as Domino, which establishes that she can do action very well and she can work with other characters. But the role that made me pick her was 9 Days, which I think is her best role for me, because she plays a genuine human there, with emotions, with connections, with care, and with compassion, which is something very important aside from the action for a role of Sarah Connor. As Alex said, she's a mother. She's protective of her child. She needs to make tough decisions. And I think this actress can bring up these emotions and kick ass at the same time.
So with Millie Bobby Brown, I thought of it more the Terminator 1 Sarah Connor. I see Helmer and Nikita talk about the action, but the Terminator 1 Sarah Connor had a level of vulnerability to her. And I think with Millie's performance in Stranger Things, there's a level of vulnerability that she portrays on the screen there. So I think her branching out from Stranger Things, doing the Terminator, again, in similar situations to Austin Butler, she's also going to bring a lot of eyes to the screen because Terminator hasn't been done well since the first two. And I think with her presence on the screen, it'll bring more eyes to the audience and more intrigue.
You know what? You can skip me.
Can I do his argument? She was in Black Widow, so she does a lot of action movies.
She was also in Jojo Rabbit, which really shows her as a great she's really good at playing a mother, a caring mother, and one that really looks after a child. If you guys are all going through your little motherhood arguments, okay? And you know what? She did play Black Widow, and she was badass, and everyone knows she was badass. She's a huge box office draw. She is an incredible actress, and you know what? And she's not a child. So those are all to me pretty good pluses, yeah.
Zazie Beetz is a really good pick, Nikita. I have nothing to say about that. And then Guy with Scarlett Johansson, I actually really like her for that as well. Although maybe she's just too named of an actor almost. She's played so many characters that it would be kind of hard to see her in another big role like that. But Millie Bobby Brown, and you brought up Stranger Things. That has been her only great performance that I've seen.
She's
I'm still talking.
Wait, no. In actual
movies, when you're talking about her horrific performance in the Godzilla movies, really, really bad. When you're playing Sarah Connor, you got to be enlightening, you got to be bold, you got to be a badass.
You don't.
None of those vibes.
You absolutely don't.
And her lead.
Have you guys seen Terminator 1?
Yes, we have seen Terminator 1.
Why are you guys talking about the action of it all when Terminator 1 literally she does nothing? She is a vulnerable individual, and if Millie Bobby Brown has done that many times in Stranger Things.
When?
That's it.
That's it.
Literally this season.
Wait.
What about movies? Movies, not TV shows. Movies.
She only has one facial expression. This is her face. The entire 4 seasons of Stranger Things.
You haven't seen.
Wait a
minute.
That's
you literally said you haven't seen 4 seasons. This isn't cinema. Hold up. I'm talking.
Some of episode 2.
This is not Cinema Wars Battle Royale when someone's gonna argue me and hasn't seen the product. Watch the product and come argue with me.
But the product you're talking about is the only piece of evidence you have.
She's also very good in Enola Holmes, but you guys haven't seen
not.
Her.
That
yes,
movie
she is. To
that
you,
it's not very
good
at all.
It's literally certified fresh
the
Rotten
idea that
Tomatoes.
you have the audacity to bring that
Did anybody
movie
like her in Enola Holmes?
I personally didn't. Critics sure
did.
Critics sure did. Critics sure did.
Really? Did she get any awards? Did she get any?
Have any of your actresses gotten any awards?
Okay.
Zoe Kravitz? Acclaim? We were talking
What's
about
her
Big Little. Zoe Kravitz was in Big Little Lies.
Where's her
an Emmy not?
This is a movie, not television. This is a movie, not television.
So stop bringing up Stranger Things. You're
where's Millie Bobby Brown?
Your argument. Your argument is
okay.
All right. For your point, okay, what everyone knows Sarah Connor for is the second movie. That's the one that made her the character, the titular character of the universe, No one, let's say, thinks about Terminator 1 when you bring up Sarah Connor. For me, straight away, part 2 comes up.
I disagree because I'm a big fan of both films, and
let
me finish. And I do prefer her performance in 2. Yeah, she's a great action bat, but she's not even I'll take Ripley over her any day of the week
100%.
In terms of an action star. So her performance in Terminator 1, I actually love just because she's able to give something nuanced rather than just, hey, I'm a badass, I'm a tortured mother, I'm just gonna fucking fuck shit up.
I do a little too young to be
Dave,
I did look that up.
Bobby Brown. She's my age.
What's beautiful about Terminator is how in part 1 they set her up as this aloof girl who doesn't know anything.
I agree.
And how she grows and materializes, and then the actress manages to adapt herself and the role to become from this broken person to go through these troubles, to be a protector and a defender and a supporter for the Terminator.
And
so this kind of transition, I don't think Miley can handle that. Not like our actresses, for example. They all have the dramatic
She's really
range. Let's
young
say.
now.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like
it's
all of our
Guy.
actresses,
Also
I
Guy,
can,
she
I
is
think
not.
all of our
carried
actresses,
action.
like all of our actresses,
Hold
I
on.
can see in except for Millie Bobby Brown. I'd also like to get something in here because I was interrupted before I got to finish. So, in regards to Millie Bobby Brown, again, I don't see the experience. And also, I come from this from a different perspective as someone who's only seen the first two Terminators. I've only seen them one each. I haven't rewatched them at all. So I'm more of a casual when it comes to these
Me!
movies. And I do
She's
not
younger than me. How are you?
I do
saying
not remember Linda
That is insane.
Linda Hamilton at all in the
Yes.
first one. I don't remember Sarah Connor at all, and that's just for me because I'm not a huge fan of the franchise. But I do remember her in two. I even remember her in Dark Fate when she's still a badass in that movie. And so I don't see Millie Bobby Brown in that role, especially considering she's not too strong of an actor, not taking into consideration writing that's not as good as Stranger Things, in which she has that supporting cast, she has that writing behind her. In other projects, she's not as impressive. In the Godzilla movies, which is a big franchise, she did not deliver at all, and I don't feel like she has the dramatic chops or the versatility required to take on the role.
Who's to
And she's
say that?
younger.
We're talking based on we don't know what the writing team is for this film. Who's to say it's not going to be a good writing team? Who's to say
Even
it's
if it
not
was
gonna
good writing, I
Guys,
would take a
it's-
bunch of
why-
other
it's
actors.
identical
my-
movie.
And my
It's
last
an identical film.
and my last wait.
What
to
you're
answer-
saying is you
Guy-
need good
Guy-
writing
but
to
Guy-
fix your
Guy-
actor.
Guy mentioned a few things about the age.
She's
She
younger
was
than me.
Linda.
That's insane.
Hold on, Linda Hamilton was 25 when she did
She's
Terminator.
18.
Yeah, not
She's
18.
18.
Is this filming today? Is this filming right now? Or are we
Yes, that's what
yes,
Ethan
yes,
Hawke.
yes,
Ethan,
yes.
what
Yes.
happened with Ethan
What-
Hawke?
Michael
What
Bay,
happened?
yes,
Wait,
Smith,
yes.
yes, actress.
What happened to pre-production? What happened to
Of
pre-production?
course, we take it today.
God.
Don't give the
Yeah,
actors
come
now.
on.
And
So
come
basically,
on.
so can we lower your score then? Because Ethan Hawke will be like 75 if we're gonna go through
this
pre-production.
shit is ridiculous.
That's why we roasted Alex, because he picked an old fart. So it's the same thing. You're picking a child.
I'm not. She's literally 7 years. She's not that much younger.
That 7
than-
years is for someone who's
That's
18.
a lot,
For
man.
18 and 25
That's a
is not the
big
same
You're
fraction
supposed to be a
for
mother.
that
You're
age.
One
supposed
in
to be a mother.
58.
Oh,
It's
this
very
sharpener.
different.
All right.
I was born in 2003. She was born in 2004. I'm sorry. No.
Because
Good
the
luck,
only
fellas.
rebuttals have been against Millie Bobby Brown, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I've been
Well,
It's
because no one
insane.
attacked our actresses.
Yeah, because all of our picks were good. Sorry.
Well, I think
I,
you
w-
just- you
I,
just
I wouldn't
lied.
call the I wouldn't
Guy,
call
you
the
just
rinse
got
of,
lucky. Like,
I
you just
wouldn't
hatched
call the
from the trade.
yeah
you
I
know?
wouldn't call the rinse of repeat of Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
in
come on,
another
man.
action
You know
film
what?
as
She was
good.
once again.
That's I brought that up.
Great.
I brought that up.
Alex, Zoe Kravitz, excellent pick. Really good opening argument and rebuttals. Nikita, Zazie Beetz, excellent choice. Also good opening arguments and rebuttals. You had a really good moment there when it was actually quiet. You gave a really good argument that I liked. Guy, despite not seeing the movie,
I thought
good
he-
pick. Yeah, good pick. Really solid argument for what it was worth. And then Dave, controversial pick to say the
Love it.
least.
Controversy
But
creates
I mean,
cash.
but I mean, you just stormed the beach of Normandy by yourself, and I think you
I
did a
got
really
blown
good
to
job.
pieces.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so current point totals: Dave at 17, Nikita at 15.7, Alex at 15.5, and Guy at 14.1. For your final Fancast
Uh-oh.
prompt, you are to recast Bonnie and Clyde.
Ooh.
Can I go to the bathroom?
So from Dave, we have Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
Wow. Surprise.
But- From Alex, we have Pierce Brosnan and Meryl Streep.
Oh shit, that's
Oh
great.
my god.
But that's
With
so
current
Alex. That's-
age. Yeah.
At least we know one thing. Helmer's not an ageist.
I'm gonna read Nikita's, but he will be going last. So Nikita went for Miles Teller and Haley Steinfeld,
Oh.
That's not bad.
Oh. Oh,
and
okay.
Guy with Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway.
Man, who are these people?
What?
Because it's still alive!
Oh my-
Because it's still alive!
Oh my god. Can his argument go first? Can we just reverse this?
Oh my god, that's so good!
I mean,
I
he
was like,
tried
for a
to
second,
fend
it took me a
off
second, but then I realized they were both alive.
Oh.
Bonnie and Clyde in the multiverse of Clydeness. You know?
Legacy
Oh.
sequel.
Does this take place in the retirement home?
Here's my argument.
Oh, is he starting?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It worked
Sure.
the first time.
Oh my
Why
God.
can't it work twice? That's my argument. We're done.
Okay.
All right. Moving
Yeah.
on to Dave was first.
I came here
Yeah.
to win. I came here to win and have fun. That's
So
why.
Ryan and
fun.
Emma have already shown with Crazy Stupid Love and La La Land that their chemistry is infectious. It's electric. It's magnetic. It's every adjective you can think of. Emma Stone's already Oscar winner there. Box office draw. While they didn't fully, the movie itself didn't work with Gangster Squad, I do feel their chemistry within the film was also still very good. So I think handling these two characters, you need someone that already has an established chemistry, and I think Emma and Ryan already have that to the T.
Pierce Brosnan and Meryl Streep, I'm capitalizing on the love for Mamma Mia with this duo. I also wanted to go for more of a comedic take. I feel like going with the dramatic take is kind of just reiterating what the same thing that we did in 1967. I feel like the whole Bonnie and Clyde story could be we could spin it in a comedic way, and that could be really, really good, really quality stuff. I don't really want to do the same thing again. I feel like Brosnan and Streep, obviously two of the best actors on the planet, great chemistry, like they showed in the Mamma Mia movies.
So I mean, I'm also fresh off
Yeah,
the
I was
movie with Miles
smart
Teller.
and quick.
Please, sir, I'm just fresh off the movie with Miles Teller, who has once again shown his great acting skill as he's done in Whiplash. I think all of us are impressed with Whiplash. So he's an actor who can put a lot of tenacity to a role, and being a bank robber is a tenacious profession. And Haley Steinfeld, I mean, in her young career, she's already had nominations for Oscars. She's had great performances. She's charismatic. She's young. She's full of energy. And both of these actors are great looking, and they have names, and they will be box office draws, as you all say.
All right, I guess I'll go first. These are actually all good picks. I can't even knock the pick. The only reason, while I will defend mine a little bit more, is where Helmer, you have agreed. Meryl Streep is pretty much the greatest actress of all time. Pierce Brosnan he's a fine actor. I will agree that the comedic aspect to this story would be beneficial. I do think that Emma and Ryan have already established that in Crazy Stupid Love. Their comedic timing in that movie alone, in the scene where where they first have that quote unquote one night stand and she sees his abs for the first time, you already see that comedic timing there. While I agree the comedic aspect would be good, I do think that the Emma and Ryan of it all would be a lot better. With Guy, I mean, I don't.
Save your breath.
Spoiler alert: they die at the end of Bonnie and Clyde. So,
they die in the beginning when they start the car.
So I don't know how that would work. So I guess that's all I got for him. And go ahead, Homer.
So I was for defending kind of because again, people keep coming after me for the ages of my actors.
I feel mine.
If you guys have seen Old Man and the Gun with Robert Redford, that's one of my most underrated movies of the 2010s, and it's basically about an old guy, old Hollywood legend like Robert Redford robbing banks. And that movie was great, and you were able to believe all of that. And we could do the same thing with a Bonnie and Clyde with Meryl Streep and Pierce Brosnan. My problem with Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling is we've already seen that before, both in Crazy Stupid Love and in La La Land. We'd just be doing the same thing over again, which I would find kind of boring. I also find them both to be way too good looking and way too A-list status for the roles. I wouldn't be seeing Bonnie and Clyde. I would just be seeing Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. And then for Miles Teller and Haley Steinfeld, I feel like that could become a really unlikable couple really quickly. They don't have that charm. Miles Teller can be very unlikable in his roles. He was even a bit unlikable as Rooster. Haley Steinfeld as well can be like that as well. In Hawkeye, I really hated Kate Bishop, and I feel like she could be doing the same thing with Bonnie.
I do want to counter they're too pretty. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway in the original Bonnie and Clyde are very pretty individuals. So I don't think we were watching that film and say, oh my God, Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty are too pretty. We needed to recast this right away. I think people would walk in and say, yo, Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, their follow-up to La La Land, sign me the fuck up. I want to see
He's praising my pick.
I must interject. So first, I thought I'm going to make all the retirement home bank robbers jokes about Alex, but then Guy won up that one. It's applicable. They're all 60. I think Meryl Streep is 70 years old. I mean, is she even able to sit in a car and run? But that aside,
He's robbing for a new hip.
Have you seen Old Man and the Gun?
I haven't seen Old Man and the Gun, but guys, like when you think of Bonnie and Clyde, who you think of? Old farts? No, we think of young couple who are robbing banks. And while you said that Haley Steinfeld is unlikable, have you seen Pitch Perfect and a few other movies where
No, I
she's
haven't seen Pitch.
Okay,
I've seen
yes.
True Grit.
I
mean,
would love
she has
to
some good
see-
roles.
I would love to
She-
see
she has
Nikita
true,
watch
she
Pitch
has good
Perfect.
roles, as you said, in True Grit, so she can act seriously, she can act charismatically, and she can act properly. I mean, not to diss Emma Stone
Sure,
or
but
anything,
with
'cause
Miles
she's a great
Teller,
actress
Miles
as
Teller
well.
can be a real douche.
Yeah, let me say something
Well,
Have you
about.
seen
and
Kings
Hold on,
Kings
hold
of
on.
Summer?
Let me say
And-
something. Miles Teller. I said this about Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling has the
Beautiful.
face of a dick.
Beautiful. No, beautiful man.
So
And-
does Miles Teller.
And
They
one
both
and
have
one,
dick
He
faces.
does.
one comment, one follow-up
They
comment on
look
the
like
on the
assholes.
on the
they
age
don't
of
look
Meryl
like
Streep.
friendly people. They look like the kind of guy you walk by the street and you're like, oh, Miles Teller. He's
And
like,
w-
fuck you, man.
Have you seen
And
the
he's like on, like, a
Spectacular
shit
Now?
ton of
Have you
coke.
seen the
He's
Spectacular
good in the
Now?
Spectacular now, but he's still kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Okay, and have you seen
him in-
War
have
Dogs?
you seen
He
him
was
in
Have you
The
ever
Offer?
disliked
Have you
Pierce
seen him in
Brosnan
his
in a
newest-
movie? Have you ever
Have you seen
disliked
him in
Pierce
his newest
Brosnan in a
show,
movie?
The
Yes, I
Offer?
have.
I've
The
seen,
lawn-
I've seen
yes, I
Pierce
have.
Brosnan, but
Yes,
he's an
I have.
ancient
It's
potato.
not
He
good.
cannot be
The
cooked
lawnmower
again.
man. The
Yeah.
lawnmower
Okay, the
man.
lawn- to be
lawnmower. You're
thrown
going back
away.
40 years ago.
And
Correction.
if you had actors that old in a movie where they have to run, where they have to have some form of action, was The
Oh, that was
Irishman.
They have
Are you
And
saying
how
that Meryl
great-
Streep?
Streep-
Are you saying
hold
that Meryl
on,
Streep
hold
can't
on.
run?
I don't think
probably
she's gonna be
can't
running.
run. She can
I
run.
don't.
What?
I don't think a 70-year-old is gonna outrun young cops. Let's just put
Yeah.
it
They don't
like
have to
that.
outrun them. There are
But
other
guys,
ways to do
before
it.
we,
It's just
Dave,
outrunning is
I must agree with Alex on the point that your couple is already like they have established themselves. You know, it's as if we're gonna take what's
Exactly.
it called?
Exactly.
Mr. and Mrs.
It's like-
Smith, Brad Pitt,
yeah.
and Angelina Jolie, and put
And-
them in another similar
It's like
movie.
I
a,
get-
like we
and I
make
People
get-
think
we
it's
make
just a rewatch.
Like,
you
and I
make
get
Robert
you guys.
Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. It's like
And
And
like,
I
It's
get you
literally
guys.
a repeat again.
I do get you guys. But
And
you
it
also,
won't be
as
exciting.
a studio head, if I'm making this film as a studio head, I want bankable names. And
Yeah,
Emma Stone
exactly.
Ryan
And there's
Gosling
no
are
one more
bankable
hip.
names.
And there, and there's no one more hip and bankable than Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway. They're the most bankable and hip
They're-
people in my
Guy, go to your
generation.
school.
Honestly,
go-
I'm not gonna lie. Just defending guy, I actually don't mind the pick. I feel like,
Oh my
but and I,
God.
also, I like so elder. I honestly, I feel like doing it with more.
It would be
older,
funny.
More
It
veteran
would be a
actors.
great,
I
like,
feel like
and-
it's funny.
and-
And again, we're guys.
and
You
if we
guys
are-
guys
Yeah.
can't comprehend how we were doing different takes with our picks.
Wait, but if
you guys
we are
going
We're
doing
taking turn
Bonnie. Everybody
ages.
knows the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Why are we gonna do just?
Man, I would have
the same
picked Al
thing again?
Pacino
All right.
otherwise. I would have
Exactly,
picked
but
Al
if
That
we-
would have. Then why didn't you pick Al Pacino?
Because he's 99 years old.
Oh, they just
Hoo-ha.
picked Al Pacino.
And honestly, to defend God, I
I would
don't.
have
We're
picked
supposed to
Audrey
defend.
Hepburn and Al
Then
Pacino
you-
and put them
but
in the
you
fucking
didn't. You went
car
with the
and let them
safe,
drive
boring,
around.
Wait,
dickish,
and to-
douchey
Alright.
couple.
How
One
great is
last
my
point,
pick, Luke?
last point,
Luke,
and to
Jack,
defend-
how great is my pick?
And to defend Guy's pick for one
Pretty
second,
sick.
to defend Guy's pick and shit on Helmers, if you're talking about we could have a story with these old folks, why not just use the original instead of Meryl Streep and Pierce Brosnan?
Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty are a lot older than Pierce Brosnan and Meryl Streep.
So
They're
what if they're
early
in their
70s.
90s?
Faye Dunaway and Warren
Right.
Beatty are like
There was like
early
10
eight-
actors
late
in
80s.
Hollywood.
We're going to something different. We're abandoning the guidelines of Hollywood.
Exactly, something different. Warren
Are you
Beatty
making
was
it-
rated-
And no, I'm not
Movie
gonna say
with
something
Meryl
we
Streep,
do
that's what you're
because
saying?
Guy went too old with his. I think mine is the perfect age.
No, Guy's out of this
The
planet.
perfect
Guy
age.
is not-
Yeah,
Guy's on
Guy-
the ship.
Guy,
He's
no.
floating away.
All right.
But
You guys were just jealous because I made the best pick.
For someone who calls himself a chef, you don't make a very big variety of dishes on your menu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Feels a little
Well, you should be
overcooked
preparing the
to me.
roasted potatoes from the cellar.
Feels overcooked to me, to be honest.
Alex, really like the pick. Really like the idea that you wanted to take the story. Nikita, same thing. Decent pick, solid arguments all around. Guy, gotta say, we were both pretty fond of the pick. Granted, you didn't have much of an opening argument for it, other than the one that you used last time.
Which is
Um,
great.
It was enough for me.
And then Dave, again, good picks just as always. Really concise rebuttals and arguments. And then final scores overall. We have Alex with 23.6, Nikita with 23.7, Guy with 22.4, and Dave, today's winner, with 24.8. Very good job done all around, gentlemen. Congratulations, Don, Dave.
Thanks.
Another victory for the commission.
Let me say one thing. I didn't think I was gonna get it out of round 2 alive. I'm glad I got out of round 2 alive. This is a great, fun match. Great competitors. Want to give a shout out to Guy. That Warren Beatty Faye Dunaway pick was probably the best pick I'll probably ever hear in any of these matchups. I wish he defended it better, but it was fantastic. Like I said, very happy to pick up the win for the commission, my first match of the season, and yeah, very excited, and I'm happy to do this again.
It's another great Fancast match. These always seem to go off the rails more than the other matches, and I can't wait to see the second one. Of course, we can't pump them out all the time. That would be a bit of oversaturation, but
Yeah.
if we come up with the right characters, then there's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, these matches are definitely far and few between, but it definitely goes to show for it once you see the final product. All right, and that'll do it for us here today at the League of Cinephiles. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and be sure to stay tuned as we have more cinema-related competition coming your way. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and until next time, ciao.